Well, a delicious looking lunch. We got baked beans, mixed vegetables, and chicken. Thank you, ma'am. You're an expert chef. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. We have a limited food supply, and it's one of those things where we have to be very careful not to buy extra food because we have food that we need to eat. We're trying to get rid of as much stuff so we don't have to haul all that stuff back to Myrtle Beach. And Mal's the one who made food today, and she actually made the baked beans according to my mom's recipe that she showcased in day 916. So if you've ever wanted to know how to make really awesome baked beans, day 916 will show you. We're going to eat, and then we're going to get started on our day. My mom called me earlier and told me an absolutely incredible story, and I really wish that there was footage to accompany this. Sadly, there's not, but you'll just have to make do. As you know, the other day we met my parents in Florence, and we traded cargo under the canopy of a Home Depot. But we also went into that Home Depot and we bought paint. Along with the paint, we bought primer, and we gave that to my parents to take back to Myrtle Beach because we weren't going to need it. Now, I need to precede all of this by saying my parents are awesome. They're very, very awesome, and a lot of you have been watching for a while and you already knew that. Well, my parents go above and beyond. They're very, very helpful and very wonderful people. They decided that they were going to paint the rooms for us. They knew what rooms that we wanted painted. We'd already bought the paint and the primer when we were at Home Depot, and we gave it to them. And they said, that they would go ahead and paint it. So when we got there, we could just move in. And which is, who does that? They don't have to do that. But they said that they would do that. So they decided they were going to paint. Well, apparently last night they decide they're gonna start painting. They get in there and they get the primer. They have the Kills primer, and they're putting it on the walls. And they had they were just working in one of the bedrooms, like the spare bedroom, and they used 2 gallons of Kills to prime these walls. And they said that they had been doing this for a few hours, and they said it smelled really bad, but that they, I think they said it smelled bad and it was burning their eyes a little bit, but it wasn't anything terrible, and they were working through it. But it had been several hours, and they said my dad had been working, and all of a sudden he started feeling really, really dizzy and lightheaded. And my mom got really concerned, and then about 15 minutes later, she started feeling really dizzy and lightheaded. And they were just like, Mom said that they were falling over, and they walked out of the room and they were like falling into the walls and stuff. And she said, in retrospect, maybe we should have opened some windows. And I was like, yeah, maybe, because they looked at the can of the primer. And it says, hazardous fumes, toxic fumes can cause brain and nervous system damage and all this stuff. And they got really freaked out. And she was telling me all this on the phone, and I'm like, maybe open a window at the beginning of the session next time, because we don't want you to kill yourself over painting this room. And she was laughing. She's like, she said that would have been a story if the maintenance guys come in to work on the place and they find us dead. He said, that wouldn't really make for a very fun trip back to Myrtle Beach. I was like, no, not really. No, I don't think so. But, man, the way she was telling it on the phone, I was nearly crying, laughing. It was so funny. But they've painted one of the rooms. They actually have painted the spare bedroom the color that we picked out. And I haven't seen it. And my parents aren't super tech savvy, so it takes everything in them to be able to send us a picture of something, and they haven't done that yet. But Mom said that the color that we chose for the bedrooms is like one shade different than the living room, and she said that it looks really, really nice together. And I was like, well, cool, I guess we lucked out. But I mean, we went for a really natural color, really like a beige color, so I don't think it would have been that hard to mess up anyway. So yeah, that was my story. They're working on painting it, and they will have everything painted by the time we get back, which is really cool. For now, oh hi. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. I haven't made tea in forever, and I decided to make tea. You guys who have been watching a long time...
I brought this over because your tea's almost ready to...
Oh, well, that's what I'm going to come do. For those who have been watching for a long time, or who made the journey, you'll know that there was a vlog long time ago, maybe even before we hit 100 days, where I made tea. Well, that was a pretty shameful vlog. It's actually really, really bad, and I wasn't an expert cook then. I'm not an expert cook now, but at the time, I remember I had like metal utensils, and I was using them on like the pots and pans. What's the stuff in the pots and pans, Mal? That coats it?
Teflon.
Teflon. Yeah, I was using it in Teflon pans. You're not supposed to do that?
That's a Teflon pan.
Yeah, well, since then I've learned better. In college.
Can I ask why there was a silver spoon then resting on our spoon rest earlier that I just put in the dishwasher?
Well, that was different because I didn't want to use the wooden spoon to mix. Okay, some things never change. Anyway, I was just going to add that I still make tea from time to time, but my tastes have changed quite a bit. One of the biggest differences from that video to this video, besides the fact that I suck at cooking and I was doing weird things, is that I use a ton of tea bags now. 12, actually. 12 normal-sized tea bags.
How much sugar do you need?
To make a gallon of tea. I think I've been using 1.5.
Okay.
So I use 1.5 cups of sugar and 12 tea bags. And for those who are not aware of how to make sweet tea is a southern delicacy. I don't think there's any place in the South that doesn't serve sweet tea. Everyone serves sweet tea. Basically, all you have to do is boil water, and once it comes to a rolling boil, which is what it's to now, you put your tea bags in, let it sit in there for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can remove the tea bags and put in the sugar. For me, making a gallon of tea, I do 1.5 cups, but also, I mean, 12 is 12 is a lot. Most people don't use that much. So we're going to throw that in there, and when I put them in there, I cut this off, and then I'll let that sit in there for probably about 5 to 8 minutes, I would say, and it'll be hot and good. And actually, there's what I did there is I only put in 3/4 a gallon of water, and the reason I do that is whenever I'm done,
It's really strong.
Huh?
It's really strong.
Well, actually, no. I put it in here, and then I add the remainder, the 1/4 a gallon of ice, because it cools it down faster. It makes it a little bit faster where you can actually drink it. So, my throat's dry. Can you guys tell? I don't know. My throat's really dry. It's been dry today. That's funny looking. You know what that reminds me of is the commercials where they have all of the ladies in the swimming pools, and there's like an overhead shot, and they're all swimming, and they're all doing like their things, and they're like swoosh, 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 like they're all doing
synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I knew there was a word for it. Yeah, that's what that kind of reminds me of. Anyway, I didn't even think I was going to be doing a cooking vlog today, but sure, how to make sweet tea, for real this time. Now, admittedly, it took me a while to get to 12 tea bags. As I was making tea, I don't know, I just kept making it stronger and stronger. 12's a lot. 12's a lot. I would recommend, if you're making sweet tea the first time, probably go to like 6, maybe 8 at most. I don't know, just gradually I started making it stronger and stronger, and I really like it. Mouse kind of adapted her taste buds to that too, and now I really love strong tea. But I don't know, it's good. I mean, you should try it. I mean, you probably want to work your way to it, but once you get there, it's good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and edit here. We got a lot to do this coming week. This is the last week we have. What is it? It's actually early Monday morning now. So we have a week. We move in a week. We rent the truck in a week and move. Man, okay, we got 7 days to get a lot done. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?